Welcome back everyone. So in this video, we are going to look about the features of the Cisco ICE. So the features of the Cisco's ICE are device administration, guest and secure wireless, bring your own device, BYOD, asset visibility, secure access, segmentation, posture compliance, threat containments, and security ecosystem integration. So let's look into that one by one. So now what do you mean by the device administration? So Cisco ICE uses the TECAS protocol. So this is the protocol which will be used, and it's a very secure one. So that means it's not only securing encrypting the packet, but also it will encrypt the payload, both of them. So that's why it is a secure protocol. Security protocol to control and audit configuration of network devices. It facilitates granular control over of who can access which network device. So we are talking about the network device. So basically you're using Cisco ICE to authenticate the user to access a network device. So this network device can be a router, this can be a switch, this can be a wireless LAN controller, or this can be any other device, a network device, and change the associate network settings. So according to their users and privileges, they are able to execute the command, or they are able to configure certain things only, not each and everything like administrator. So you're restricting the access to configure or restricting the access to read only. So for the data and everything for the network devices. So network devices can be configured to query Cisco ICE for authentication. So you have to configure both of them, the Cisco ICE as well as the network device. So the network device should be configured in such a way that whenever someone is trying to log in, it should query to Cisco ICE, and it should get all the details and implement those policies and authorization with respect to the Cisco ICE. Now, these devices also send accounting message to the Cisco ICE to log such actions. For example, on the router, I have said that show IP interface brief, so that action is been authorized. That means it will logged into the Cisco ICE logs. So according to that one, it will keep on logging each and every command which is executed, and if it is been failed, still that is also been logged. So this will help you to understand. Okay, someone was trying to execute the command which they are not allowed. Now coming to the guest and the secure wireless, Cisco ICE enables you to provide a secure network access to visitors, contractors, consultants, and customers. So basically you can see that it's a guest access, you can say. And now you can use the web-based and mobile portals to onboard the guest to your company's network and internal resources. So basically you are not creating any users for the guest. The guest can come in anytime, anywhere, at any place. So you are just creating some kind of SSID so that the people can connect to that particular SSID. And after that, you are opening a portal, and according to that portal, it can be the hotspot. That means they already have the key, or it can be a self-registration if they want to access your network to access the internet, they have to register by themselves and get the details and log into your network. Now, these are also available for the mobile portals. Now, for the mobile portals, for the Androids, we do not have any issues, but with the iOS devices, the portals are a little bit complicated, and you have to configure it correctly in order to onboard the mobile devices. Now you can define access privilege for different types of guests and assign sponsor to create and manage guest accounts. So basically you do have a different types of guests now. So the one which is like a very basic guest, which you just want to log into your network, do a certain activity and get out. The other one will be your partners and everything, with those are your external partners, and they want to, whenever they come to your organization, they want to interact with your teams and all those things. So that's where you will be using the guest portals. Those are known as the sponsor portals. So these sponsor portals can be the contractors, they can be the consultants, so different members. They can be anyone who requires a long duration of access to your network. So that's where we will configure the sponsor guest portal. Now bring your own device. So Cisco is basically very famous for this only and only one reason, that is BYOD, and it is very good at implementing that BYOD. Now, it allows employees and guests to securely use their personal devices on your enterprise network. So BYOD features end users can configure pathway to add the devices and provision predefined authentication and level of network access. So basically, once the device is been onboarded, the ICE will see that, okay, the device has been onboarded. So once the device has been onboarded, the user has some privileges here now. So what if the device is lost? So user does not have to go to the administrator and say that, okay, my device is lost. No, it will bring in, he will bring in the different device. He will log into that device, and after that it will access some kind of portal over here where he can see all its device, and he can automatically say that, okay, this device is lost, and it can report the device as lost. So once the device has been lost, the ICE will get the information about it, and it will remove the particular old PC privileges. So it will revoke that privileges. So this is a good feature of the BYOD in Cisco ICE. Now let's move forward for that other features. Those are asset visibilities. As we know that when the authentication is being done, you will get the data. Cisco ICE will maintain an internal database where it will have the device information. So basically the MAC address, IP address, and the type of connection and everything, how we had connected, whether it can be the wired, VPN, or wireless, and everything. All these details will be kept onto the databases now. So using these data, now you will have a visibility. Okay, so this was so and so device, which was the Windows 10 device, and it was the MAC address was so and IP address was so and so. And so if you like, you can create the policies related to the individual MAC address, individual IPs, or individual operating system. So it will help you to get the data, provision that data, or transition that data, and help the administrator to make the network governance decisions. Now, secure access, basically those are using the different protocols like .1x, maybe the MAP, or maybe the web-based, that is the guest portals or the BYOD portals. So basically you are utilizing these different kinds of portals or different kind of authentication methods like Radius, Track Plus in order to authenticate the user and onboard onto their network securely. Now, Easy Connect, this is related to the wireless. So in other words, wireless can be also set as a Easy Connect. So wireless is very much in common. So that's the reason they implemented a separate section for it, so that you have an easy implementation of wireless network in your organization. So using this Easy Connect, it will be pretty easy to go through that wizard, enter your requirements, and according to that, you will configure, and within minutes, you are up and running. Now, segmentation. So Cisco ICE uses contextual data about the network devices and endpoints to facilitate network segmentation. So segmentation is basically like segmenting your network or the endpoints. So you do have many endpoints. These endpoints are different. Then what you want to do is that for the different endpoints, depending upon their access privilege, you want to give them a different network. You want to give a different network. So basically dynamically allocating the network or the VLANs to that particular endpoints so that they can access according to their privileges. Now you can also use to segmentate, you can also segment this same criteria using the security group tags or access list. So basically access list is the basic one which everyone in the firewall as well as in the ICE, we can use the access list in order to prevent the access for certain web servers or services. Now, network access control access protocol, that can be the Radius and the TCAS Plus. Policy sets is like creating the policies. Within that policies, you are defining the type of authentication, you're defining the type of authorization. So same thing, but the only thing is that you are implementing it into this policy. So the policy consists these attributes now. And some other ways like Cisco ICE enables secure network segmentation. So security group tag is like instead of after authenticating the endpoint, you're tagging, you're providing some kind of tag to this one. So once the tag has been provided, now the Cisco ICE and the switch or the network devices which is authenticating, it will implement seeing that, okay, this tag, for example, the tag is 31. So it will see now tag 31 is there. And after that, it will analyze the access list accordingly, and it will allow the access to that particular endpoint. So now instead of using what do we say, like the IP address and all those things, like VLAN, IP address and all those things. Now you can only utilize saying that, okay, just look for the tag number, and according to the tag number, implement this ACL, and this ACL will allow access to so and so. Simple is that. Now, posture and compliance. So basically, whenever the Cisco ISE has completed the authentication, this is your PC. So once the authentication is complete, the PC is onboarded now. So once the PC is onboarded, then you want to check whether this PC is vulnerable or not. So before onboarding or after onboarding, it depends upon you. But basically, before onboarding any device, you will check for this posture compliance. So basically, what you are checking is that is there any USB connected to that PC? You don't want that piece USB to be connected. Anything next, you want to check the firewall is up to date or operating system is up to date, or you also want to check like you don't want the Google Chrome to run. So for example, there is some kind of bug in the Google Chrome which is ongoing, and Google has did not fix that one yet, and you don't want to allow that Google Chrome to be open when the device is being onboarded on your network. So using the posture and compliance, you can block that particular application also. So this is the capability you have in this feature now. Now threat containment is like basically you will be implementing with Cisco ISE with the third party. With the third party, uh, endpoint assessment or a malware assessment. So basically, you can say it can be the Rapid7 or it can be the Qualys, so and so. So you will integrate these devices with the Cisco ISE. So whenever the Cisco ISE is trying to now authenticate any PC or the endpoint, so first it will send that the PC, redirect that PC to this particular services, and these services will go ahead and check for the vulnerabilities. If they find anything, they will remediate that vulnerability, and after that they will inform Cisco ISE that we have removed the vulnerabilities, everything is good and fine, and after that Cisco will allow access depending upon their report. Now, security ecosystem integration. So basically, Cisco also have one more feature, that is PX Grid protocol. So using that protocol, you can integrate with a different product of Cisco. So not only Cisco, with the different third parties also. For example, you want to go with the Palo Alto, so you can integrate that one too. Or if you want to go with the Juniper, yes, you can. So basically, there are many third-party devices which can be integrated with Cisco ISE. The only thing is that you need to follow the guide and configure accordingly. And also, before you go ahead with integration with Cisco ISE, you have to make sure that you do have a requirement for that one. So if you do have a requirement for that one, then you go ahead and implement those services. I hope this was informative for you, and thank you.